I'm prepared to go out into the hardest and darkest places. I feel called to go to the hardest, darkest and places. The places that people won't dare to think of going or dare to think of sending somebody, like the Middle East or North Africa or something like that. I'm prepared to love on those that people think don't deserve love, and I'm prepared to forgive those that people think don't deserve to be forgiven. The journey that God has had me on for the past year has changed me with becoming more joyful in everyday life and being able to forgive others who have wronged me in the past and not being able to stay bitter at them. The way I see the world now is a lot differently than I did. I see it as a bigger picture, and that it's not just one tiny, small little planet. I see it more as a whole entire bigger planet that we need to be more loving towards, and we need to be willing to give more of our time to. After experiencing YWAM, my heart has grown very large for the nations. God has really put in my heart compassion and hope and love, honestly. I heard God say, "You're here to bring hope to the broken, and you're here to bring joy to the broken, because you were once broken and I have made you joyful." So that was kind of like a pivotal moment for me, that I needed to not only be in the Middle East, but I needed to help others experience joy and experience that fullness that you have when you aren't broken. That the person sitting before you right now is not the same person you would have met 2 years ago. Emily before YWAM was bitter, selfish, and kind of people-pleasing. And after YWAM, Emily is now forgiving, joyful, and seeking to serve others. DTS is a discipleship training school that helps equip you in a 5-month span to go out into the nations and share the gospel with those you meet. I felt like DTS had filled me up, and it gave me the techniques I needed to be out in the world, but it left me wanting more, and it had enough to grab my attention, and now it was time to reel me back in and to understand, okay, this is what you're called to do. This is who I made you to be. With understanding God's love, I've also understand the knowledge of the value of myself and the value that I have in the kingdom of heaven. And so I want others to experience their value in the kingdom of heaven and how God sees them, and how you're not just a number, that you are a name and you are a face in the eyes of God, and that He really cherishes you as one of His princes or princesses. As I take steps into going back down to YWAM Orlando and becoming part of their staff, I would like to invite you to pray with me in making preparations and going back down, and also while I'm down there for the next 2 years, discipling young people into having a heart for the nations. I would also like to invite you to prayerfully consider joining my support team financially as well.